Well, I thought I was recording the entire creation of this door, but I didn't, so that's annoying. Let me explain it. So I've got a door here. It's got two doors that slide open based on the timeline. Pretty chill. We lerp both of the doors, so that's not so bad. I added a unlocked boolean, and I set it to be false. And so when the player overlaps the trigger volume, we cast to see if it's a first person, and then we branch to see whether or not the door is unlocked. If the door is unlocked, it plays the timeline. If it's not, if it is locked, we say the door is locked. Okay. And then there's an end overlap uh, to reverse the timeline. So then I built first lock, second lock, and third lock as booleans. And then I put 3 cubes in my scene. Sorry, into the door itself. So these can go all over the level if we want. Like we could move this guy. Come on. Oh, okay. I just need to like specify it here. You move this guy over there, no problem. First trigger. Let's move it back here, no problem. Third trigger, no problem. Right? Not for ease of testing. We're not going to do that, but you could. And then we go to these cubes, and we go down to the collision for these cubes. Come on, collision, where are you? Physics. Okay, collision. And then under collision presets, we change all 3 of these cubes from block all to overlap all. And then we can just right click on them, add event on component begin overlap. And so the way that works is like this. If we run into the first one, that's correct. We're doing it in the proper order. We cast first person character to make sure it's the character, and then we just set the first lock boolean to true. I'll show you the rest in a minute. For the second trigger, we have a branch to see if the first lock is true. If so, then we set the second lock. And if it's false, then we reset all the locks. Right? Oh, I forgot to put that in. Let's fix that. Let's shift delete. And then we can do reset all locks. Reset locks. Okay, so if it's false, we turn this one false. First lock, second lock, third lock, and we lock the door. This is what the reset locks function looks like. The third trigger is exactly the same. Is the first one true? Is the second one true? If so, unlock the door. I don't bother to set the third lock to true because who cares? We're done. Let's do false to reset locks. Let's do false to reset locks. Let's delete all of that. And if it's true, we unlock the door and we print the lock status. Shift delete. And that's basically it. It's hard coded. You could add a fourth pretty easily, like a fourth lock, and it wouldn't hurt much. It's adaptable because you can, let's say I make a second pattern door. Over here, the pattern can be different because I can change the order of the locks. And if I wanted to, I could make them all the same color to obfuscate, like obviously a player can recognize it's red, yellow, blue, or they can recognize it's left, middle, right. So if I want to change up both of those, then I can. And then that would make for a different pattern for this door as opposed to that door. Okay. The last thing I've got here is printing the lock status, which is we do a print text with a format, and it just tells us whether or not the first lock is true, the second lock is true, the third, and then the door is true. So it looks like this. So first block. Oh, that's wrong. This one's true. Oh, and they're all false. So this one's true, and then this one's true. I wonder if we could change the material or like turn a light on. That would be pretty cool. All we'd have to do is like, I don't know, set material in here, set material here, and then set material for a third light here, or they'd all change to green. I don't know. That would be fun, but I really want this video to not be too long, so see you next time.